Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off more plunder from my various raids that I have done here lately, and I have got a lot of stuff to get through. I mean, this is probably the most vinyl that I have shown in an update, I think, ever. And this could turn out to be one of my longest videos ever. I don't know, it just depends on how quickly I get through everything and how much I ramble. But first, I want to show this awesome Leviathan patch that I got from Hell's Headbangers. It's going to go on my new vest here eventually. I absolutely love this. I've been needing a Leviathan patch, and I also picked up a pin that has the old school Immortal logo on it, but I've already got it hanging on my vest, so I can't really show it right now. And I also had a couple t-shirts that I had gotten recently, but they're in the laundry, so I can't really show those right now. And I also got one Blu-ray here, which I got for $6. And that's Marley, a film by Kevin McDonald. Tyler got me to check out Bob Marley finally, not a while back, and I really enjoyed his music. And I saw this, and I thought, oh, that'll be a cool thing to watch. And it's got an exclusive bonus disc for Best Buy that has 3 different concerts on it. So that's going to be really cool to watch eventually. And like I said, for $6, you can't pass it up. And gonna show a few tapes that I've got here. First one, I gotta thank Corey. Hopefully, I say your last name right, man. Cameraman. He messaged me on Facebook and asked me if I was interested in this tape, and I'm like, yeah, definitely, man. And he was gracious enough to send this to me for free, and I really appreciate it, man. I will down the line. I will definitely try to return the favor somehow. And this is the debut album from Kiss on cassette. And this is an original Casablanca Records tape. Very cool. And I was surprised when I got the package because he also sent this, Ozzy's biography. And this is something that I have been wanting to read for a long time. And I just, every time I would get around to like buying books for different artists that I liked and everything, I just always forgot to pick this one up. And I don't know why. So very cool to have that, and I will definitely be reading that at some point. It'll probably be something I'll have to read on vacation. And next up is a project from our very own Eric Bauer. This is Full Tang Myelin Sheath with Flagellating Dichotomy. Very cool power electronics, which is a genre of music I'm not very familiar with. As I said when I showed my Sewer Goddess CD. Yeah, I'm not real familiar with power electronics, death industrial, so I've been wanting to get into more. And when I heard Eric was going to be doing a project, I just had to pick this up and support it. Comes with a little fold-out lyric sheet of sorts. And this was limited to 35 copies, the initial batch. I got number 1 of 35, and as you can see, he initialed it. Very cool. And I gotta say, I love this thing. I've listened to this I don't know how many times. It's very creepy stuff. I love it. And of course, I think the second track is probably my favorite because it has that very militaristic feel to it. There's something about it I really like, but definitely a good release. And then I also came with this cool little sticker. And hopefully I got that facing the right way. I want to say it's one of 2 ways. Either way, really fucking cool to have. And the last tape is one that I did not think I would ever find because I knew it was only limited to 200 copies, and I figured by the time I actually got around to listening to this band that there was just no way I was going to find it, but Red Stream came through. They had copies, and I think I got this for like $4.50, something like that. This is Utstadt with Legendary Odin. Very cool stuff. Very DIY as you can get. And only plays on, the program's only on one side, which I figured it was going to be a repeat, a repeat on both sides, but I was wrong. And as I said, this was limited to 200 copies. Mine is number 199, so that's pretty cool. All right. Now we are going to move on to the vinyl. And these first couple came from Hell's Headbangers. First up, we have Marduk with Heaven Shall Burn When We Are Gathered. Love Marduk. I've been wanting to get some of their stuff on vinyl. Nice gatefold. And this one comes on white vinyl. They did have a magenta version of this, but they were sold out, so they still had the white, so I went with it. And next one I got, I had to get this. Immortal, Pure Holocaust. Fucking love this album again. Love that logo. Very shiny packaging, much like the Nocturnal Mortem that I picked up and the At the Heart of Winter reissue. And this one is on gray vinyl. Again, they had a splatter edition of this as well, but again, they were sold out, so I was lucky enough to get the gray version, which, yeah, even if I'd have got a standard black, I'd have accepted that, but it was like, you know, they had gray, so I'm going to go for the colored variant if I can. And these next several came from the Vinyl Rescue Project. I spent quite a bit of money in there this last time. Got Carcass with Necroticism, Descanting the Insalubrious. Classic stuff right here. Very happy to have this on vinyl, finally, just standard black vinyl. As are the next two. This one I was really, really happy to find. This is Sex Trash with Sexual Carnage. I've been wanting to pick this up on CD or vinyl for a while now. This is the first time I have ever seen it anywhere. Very cool gatefold. As I said, standard black vinyl, so no real reason to show it. Another one that I was really happy to find. If I could get this sumbitch back in there. There we go. This is the new Revenge album. Behold, Total Rejection. Really getting into Revenge. I've been trying to get what I can. When I saw this, there was just absolutely no doubt I was picking this up. I'd like to have gotten it on CD, but, you know, vinyl will definitely do. Again, standard black vinyl. Next is a band that I knew of, but I have never really heard a full-length album from. I've heard a song here and there. And this is Loud Blast with Disincarnate. Supposed to be kind of a, from what I remember, they were like a death metal, death thrash band. I think they start out as pure death metal, then they kind of get into like a death thrash sound. And the vinyl color is just absolutely gorgeous. Nice gold vinyl there. Really cool labels. Cannot wait to give this a listen. And they actually had one other album of theirs, and I almost picked it up as well, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pick this one up for now, and then if I enjoy it, I'll go back and eventually get the other one. Because, you know, unlike a lot of places that, you know, a lot of metalheads shop at, I have a pretty good chance of getting it because I seem to be the only one that buys the metal there. And the next two are from the same band. I was really happy to find these here. And what's funny is I was actually wearing my brand new shirt from this band, which is my first shirt I've ever owned from them, which, like I said, I would have shown you if it wasn't in the laundry. And this is limited to 300 copies. This is a, I guess, an indie record shop exclusive. This is Agoraphobic Nosebleed with Frozen Corpse Stuffed with Dope. I've been wanting to get more and more from this band. I've only got one of their CDs, and when I saw this in there, I just had to pick it up. Comes with, where'd it go? Thought I pulled it up. Come on. There you go. Little credit and lyric sheet. And again, the color, absolutely gorgeous. Kind of a nice burgundy or, you know, oxblood red, whatever you want to call it. Looks purple, but it's actually more of a red color. Cannot wait to give this a listen. And I will definitely be picking up more from them. I just need to get around to it, I guess. Come on. There you go. And the other one that I picked up from them is, what is this called? Altered States of America. Pretty cool artwork, I gotta say. And get here. Nice little booklet, if you will. And again, the color of this is just awesome. Very nice. It looks a little bit darker on camera than it does in person because this is very bright green. But yeah. Again, limited to 300 copies. And this was a, I guess, indie record store exclusive again. So very happy to get both of these. And they were a very cheap price too. So I couldn't pass those up. If you love grindcore, you can definitely not go wrong with Agoraphobic Nosebleed, I think. Alright, where's the... Come on. I am just not having any luck here. Alright. Next is one I got from Hell's Headbangers. And this is the second pressing of this. This is the Satanic War Master Archgoat Split. Lux Satanae, 13 Hymns of Finished Devil Worship. I couldn't remember the name. And yeah, I do own this already. I do have the first press, but I missed out on the colored variant. And the collector in me said, you know what? If I'm going to have this damn thing, I've got to have at least one color variant. And there was just no way I was missing out on this. So I was able to get the Oxblood Red color variant, so I am extremely happy to have this. This is just an amazing split, and yeah, like I said, I had to have at least one color variant. I would love to have gotten the purple when it came out, but by the time I actually found out about this, they were long sold out, and I was lucky enough to get the standard black vinyl, so I would, you know, can't really complain, I guess. These in order here. And the last three vinyl are all reissues that a lot of people have shown. And this first one is just standard black. I did get the color variant of the other two. This is Ulver with Bergtat. This is all three of these are just classics. I mean, if you love black metal or folky black metal, you owe it to yourself to check these out and have these in your collection. And then next up is Nathan's Madrigal. Very cool stuff. And only problem I have is that they are so tight, the packaging of this, that you cannot get the vinyl back inside. And this one and the last one, I was able to get the color variant, which is this cool lilac purple vinyl. Looks kind of blue on my phone there, but it is lilac. And it also came with a poster, which I am going to frame up here at some point. Back in here. And last but not least, this is Kveldsanger. You know, I've listened to a little bit of older stuff past these albums, and it wasn't for me. But these three here, all fucking classics. Definitely check those out. Alright, now on to the massive amount of CDs that I have here. First two came from Bindroom Recordings. And first up is something I have something all over, which sucks. That cleaned off. Sorry about that. This is Kriegsgrav with Waves of Degradation. Fucking amazing black metal. This was a kind of a complete blind buy for me. I saw Marty wearing their shirt in one of his videos, and I checked him out, just one song, and I was like, I've got to buy the rest of this. So the rest of it was a complete blind buy other than that one song. And the real reason I made an order from there is I wanted to get this new split between Panopticon and Volgafluster. Probably totally butchered that. Again, another amazing split release. Between this and the Graveland Nocturnal Mortem split, I mean, there's some pretty awesome split releases coming out this year, I gotta say. And the packaging, because it's all used with recycled, I think, cardboard or something like that, has a very interesting texture to it. The next three came from Hell's Headbangers. They came with the order that I placed for the vinyl and everything. This is Astrophase, Knowing No Dawn. And this was limited to 500 copies. Contains, I believe it's their first two demos on one CD, which both of those have been long out of print. Really good Ukrainian black metal, which when I was actually looking up some information on this, I found out they've actually split up, which really sucks. But I only need like 2 more albums from them, but they are a bitch to find. Next up is the debut album from Treldum called Til Iveket, I believe. Probably butchered that. And if you're not familiar with this band, this is the band that Gaul, that used to be in Gorgoroth and is in Godseed. This is his band before he joined Gorgoroth. Really good, just straightforward black metal. And I gotta say, his vocals sound completely different than what he sounded like when he was in Gorgoroth and how he sounds now. It's really good stuff. Now, if I could just track down a copy of their third album, that would be nice. Next up, we have SDG with Ritual of the End. This is only the second CD I've been able to find from them, other than the split with Monarch. Though I do have a lot of their stuff on tape. Just amazing, amazing black metal. You've got to check that out. The next 6 all came from Redstream. I haven't placed a huge order from them in quite a while. And I was just on their site and I just started browsing through all their CDs. And I got 6 CDs for $40. I mean, you can't beat that deal. First up is Swine Overlord, Anthology of Abominations. Yeah. Which is basically just a little compilation put out by Gorehouse Productions. Amazing, amazing brutal death metal, as is their debut album, Parables of Umbral Transcendence. Killer stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, the guitarist in here, Will, which I believe this is him right here, is actually in Carmen Zito, which is a down-tempo deathcore band featuring our very own Sean Count Blaggereth, whose debut release I am anxiously awaiting. You know, the clips they've been posting is just making me more and more anxious to hear the full product. Next up is Moon with Render of the Veils. Really good, I believe it's a one-man project from Australia, I want to say. But yeah, really good black metal here. Definitely check that that one out. Next is the self-titled release from Alden, which is their only release to date. Really good atmospheric black metal. Again, got this for a really good price. That's what I love about Redstream, is they always have such cool stuff but very cheap prices, so you can get a lot of good deals, I have to say. And I definitely got that on that one. And this next one, which is some black metal from here in Indiana. And I've been meaning to get this for a long time now. And they had it for, I want to say, $4. So, I mean, like, I'm going to pass that up. This is Typhus with Grand Molesters of the Holy Trinity. Again, just straight up black metal from here in Indiana. We actually have a pretty good black metal scene, I gotta say, which is surprising. You know, you think of Indiana, you think of gas stations and corn. But we do actually have a really good metal scene and a really good black metal scene. And the last one I got from there is Revenge with Victory, Intolerance, Mastery. Only the third CD that I have. I have the, I believe it's the debut EP and then the split they did with Black Witchery. So, really good to finally get another album from them. Alright. Last stack here. This first one, this is one of 4 non-metal releases I have in here. And this is Jefferson Airplane with Surrealistic Pillow. And I bought this because, of course, the song Somebody to Love, everybody knows that song. But also the song White Rabbit. I really like that song. I wanted to hear the rest of this. And also, when my family and I go out camping, we have a little mini LED stage light that we shine up into the trees at nighttime. Looks really cool. And it's got this function that if you play music next to it, the lights kind of pulsate to the rhythm of the song. And White Rabbit is really cool to listen to and see how it changes the lights. And yeah, I figured it was a lot easier to have it on CD than trying to get a signal and look it up on my phone. And next is the first 2 albums I ever owned from them, and they were $5 a piece, and I've been wanting to listen to some more of this band. This is Rocket to Russia by the Ramones, as well as Road to Ruin. And this one, I gotta thank Count Blagareth for showing me this this lady. She's got such an amazing voice, and I really love this album. This is Lorena McKennitt with The Book of Secrets. Really cool sounding, kind of Celtic folk music. And like I said, she's got such an amazing voice. I highly recommend you check this out if you want to check out more folky releases. Beautiful stuff. And I also got the Devil Driver single, Daybreak. I know this is a band that not a lot of people like, but I enjoy them. And this also came with a little $2 coupon. So when the new album comes out, I can get $2 off of it. Got the new Walls of Jericho, No One Can Save You From Yourself. I actually listened to a little bit of this last night. Really good stuff. Finally got a CD from this band. I've been wanting to get some material from them, but I can never find it anywhere. If I do, it's like super expensive. This is Cosmic Church with Vigilia, I believe is how you pronounce it. Love this thing. It's just an EP. Their latest EP, actually. And I fucking love it. I've got to track down more from this band. And, again, we have Full Tang Myelin Sheath with a Flagellane Dichotomy. This is the CD version. Again, number 1 of 30, initialed by Eric. If you love power electronics, death industrial, check that out. And I just remembered I forgot something. 1 second. Sorry for that. But this next one I ordered directly from the band, and I picked up their Forest of Frost demo tape a while back, and I had to pick up this EP. This is Ice and Blast with Unleashing the Demon Scourge. Really good, kind of old school sounding Norwegian black metal, but from here in the US, from Detroit. And they kind of added a little bit of thrashy elements and more death metal elements in this release. And what I forgot to grab is a little note that the guitarist, Lord Kaiser, wrote to me when I bought this. It says, "Thanks for the support, Ryan. You're going to hell in a good way, Lord Kaiser." And I just got a little cheap frame to hang that because I just thought that was really fucking cool. I mean, not many bands do that. And next up is one that I bought the 10-inch version of this from Half Price Books, and I had to pick up the CD. This is Under the Church with the self-titled EP. But for an EP, it's got 7 tracks, which is kind of unusual for an EP, I think. And I'm actually waiting on the full-length album. But that's a story for when that finally shows up. I'm kind of a little pissed off at the seller. But next up is the new Aborted, Retro Gore. Awesome album. Very good stuff. Love Aborted. And next up is Flesh God Apocalypse with King. Was finally able to track down a copy of this. I know a lot of people don't like this band, but I don't know. I've always kind of enjoyed them for what they are. And the little bit I've heard off of this has been really good. So next is another Indiana band that I actually just found out broke up. They just put a simple post on their Facebook page, says something like, "We're done, move on." And it's like, well, son of a bitch. This is a Coffin Worm with When All Became None. Really good kind of sludgy style black metal, I guess you can say, or black and death metal. Really good stuff. As soon as I heard that they broke up, I hurried up and found this album and bought it because, knowing my luck, by the time I would get around to it later on, somebody would want to jack up the price on me. And Wyatt X Him I have to thank for this right here. He talked about this, and I checked out a little bit of it, and I thought it was really good, and I had to pick it up. This is This Gift is a Curse. All Hail the Swine Lord. Very interesting release to say the least. If you want to hear a little bit more about it, go check out Wyatt's channel. He'll explain it a lot better than I could. I can tell you that much. And again, another black metal band from here in Indiana. I did not realize these guys were from Indiana until I started looking them up. This is Ekferis with Pangea. Very interesting release. Kind of almost like atmospheric black metal. Not your real typical atmospheric black metal, but that's like the best way I could describe it as atmospheric black metal. Definitely an interesting release. Highly recommend you check that one out. And these last 5 are all from the same band. And my buddy Emilio Crespo is going to love this part of the video because this is basically his favorite band. And it's because of him that I decided to go ahead and pick this up. He actually got me to check out their latest album. And I loved it. And I told him I was going to be picking up one of these albums because I had a Barnes & Noble coupon for 15% off. And he was like, he goes, buy them all. Just buy them all. So I went through and I bought one from Barnes & Noble, and then I found a couple sellers on Amazon that had the rest. And I gotta say, these guys are starting to become one of my favorite bands as well. This is Draconian with Where Lovers Mourn. Amazing stuff. And I really love their old school logo. They've changed their logo, but I love that. In this album here, oh my God, the lyrics just really, Next is Arcane Rain Fell. And again, you can see they changed their logo, but what's kind of weird, hopefully I can show it, is that on the disc it still has the old school logo. So I guess, I don't know if, I haven't really looked into the rest of these just yet, but if that's something they do for all their releases now or not. Nope. But this is the Burning Halo, which I got this for like $8.99 or $7.99, something like that, minus the 15%. This was the one I was going to order, and he convinced me to pick up the rest. Haven't listened to this or the others just yet, but I've listened to these first 2, and they're just so fucking good. Yeah, definitely check out Draconian. Next, we have Turning Season Within. And finally, A Rose for the Apocalypse. Nice artwork there. So yeah, that is going to do it. This is probably my longest video yet. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.